What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Hanabie. Yes, indeed. Hanabie Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Glenn, and Glenn wanted to see me react to this song by Hanabie called 7 Days War. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Hanabie official YouTube, okay? And the video has 121,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. I have absolutely no idea what that says. No clue. I hope we're in the right spot here. I'm using the link that Glenn gave me, so if we're not in the right place, don't blame me. Blame Glenn. This is his link. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I don't like that progression. I like that progression. Open. I think we're in D. Yeah, we're in D. That subdivision work is tight, yo. Love it. And then from the D, we go to the B flat, the A sharp, the flat 6. And then from there, we go to the D sharp, the flat 2. boom, 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 and then we resolve to the root again. That's great. I love it. And they flip it. They go down to the 6, they go down to the flat 6, down to the flat 2, back to the root again. They go back to the down, they go down to the flat 6 again, but this time, instead of going down to the flat 2, they go up to the octave above, which would technically be the flat 9. But it's the flat 2, just an octave up. Bow, bow. I like it. Man, I like it. Ah, that sounds good. And it's so heavy, that halftime feel. Yeah, that snare on 3. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so heavy. And the vocal blending, I love. It's got that 60-40 blend of like 40%, maybe even 30% grit and growl vocal with like 70% clean. So you're getting both, but there's more clean than there is dirty.
I like it!
I like everything I'm hearing so far from this song. I'm digging this tune.
I love it! I love everything about it!
And it's a short tune to boot. Oh my gosh, it's like 3 minutes and 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Short tune. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Oh, set up a little bit. I like it. And we're right back to the tempo we started at. With that little delay pattern as it decays out. Okay, I get it. 319. Boy, I don't say this very often. They could have gone longer. They could have tacked an extra minute onto this song, maybe even a minute and a half, and I would not have been upset about it. I would not have been upset about it at all. I would have actually probably liked it even more. But you know what they say in show business, always leave the crowd wanting more. And they absolutely accomplished that goal without question. Without question at all. I think it's pretty obvious, because I have absolutely no poker face whatsoever. I think it's pretty obvious I enjoyed this song. I absolutely did. But how is that going to translate to a score? I don't know about that. I got to think about that. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Hanabie with 7 Days War. This was a request from Glenn. Okay, like I said, when the song was over, I have absolutely no poker face. I know I don't, and that's why I don't play poker, because I would absolutely suck at it. No, I absolutely enjoyed listening to this song. I absolutely did. And I'm going to say something that I do not say very often. And I do not say it lightly. When I say this, I got to make sure I can stand behind what I say. And that's one of the reasons why I don't say this very often, but I'm going to say it for this. Out of all the songs, this is my 12th reaction. I went and checked. This is my 12th reaction now to Hanabie, and I'm going to say this, and I do not say it lightly. This is, to date, this is my new favorite song from Hanabie, without question. This song had everything that I love about a good, thick, heavy song. This song had it all. So I absolutely love this tune. This song is going on playlists without question. All three. I can't put it on as background noise like when I'm doing work. I cannot put this on the background because if I do, I'm not going to get any work done. I'm going to be headbanging the whole time, and I'm sorry, but that's just not productive. But driving, long drive, yes, absolutely. Driving around town, absolutely. I got to be careful because I absolutely see myself getting in trouble with a song like this. Gym, yeah, absolutely. Maybe not for treadmill, but for weight work, yeah. For weights, absolutely. This would be a great song for weights. I love this tune. Hands down, my favorite song by Hanabie to date. Now, there might be another song that comes along later, okay? But out of the 12 songs I've done now on the channel, this is my number one, without question. I know that sounds, cliche. I know it does because everybody says it, but when I say it, guys, I don't say it very often. I say it very rarely, and when I do, I mean it. I absolutely mean it. So, yeah, there's that, okay? Now, having said that, you would think, oh, that means he's going to put it up in the 9s. He's going to give it like a 9.5 or a 9.6 or a 9.7. I wish I could say with a straight face I would do that, but I got to be honest with you guys, folks. 9s, no, it does not belong up in the 9s. There's not enough meat on the bone to justify giving it a 9 from an objective standpoint, okay? I cannot, in good conscience and in good faith, and keeping my integrity intact, I just cannot put this up in the 9. I'm sorry. 8's another story. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.4. What does that mean? Well, an 8.4 would translate to a great scale rating because overall, I think this is a great song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. So there you go, an 8.4, great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Haha! So glad you asked. I would love to put this up in the 9s. I absolutely would, but like I said, I can't do it. Not keep my integrity intact. But having said that, it is a great song. It has got some great things going for it. Number one, that halftime feel, dominating the song, absolutely dominating it. I love that. I love the fact that they did not feel the need to switch gears to straight time or double time. They stayed in that halftime for pretty much the entire song, not the whole song. We're gonna get to that in a little bit, but they stayed disciplined and they stayed with that heavy feel all the way through. Now, is that impressive? No, it's not impressive, but it absolutely fits within the context of the song. If they had switched to, say, straight time, it would have been a little more impressive, but I think it would have lost some of the effectiveness of the overall feel of the song. The overall package would have lost a little bit of its heaviness, shine. So I love the fact that they decided to stay disciplined and stay true to the heavy feel of the song by staying in that halftime feel for the majority of the song. The chordal progression, it's not all that amazing, it's all that impressive, but I will say, I gotta give credit where credit's due. The utilization of the dissonance as the turnaround, as the transition to go back to the root again, for the utilizing that flat 2 the way they did from the 6, how easy would it be to be cliche? You know, from the root down to the flat 6, up to the flat 7, back to the root. How easy would that have been? It would have worked too, right? It absolutely would have worked. But because they took the chance and went to the dissonant root, the 5th of that flat 6, going to the flat 2, I think that was really smart. I really do. I think that was really nicely done. And the way they did it, moving down and moving up, they went both directions there. Starting at the same point with the flat 6, on the first half going through, down to the flat 2. Second time around, going up to the, well, technically it's the flat 9, but it's the flat 2, same thing. You know, hitting both of those, I think that was adding some nice variety, but utilizing as the turnaround point to resolve that dissonance resolved when we went back to the root. I thought that was very nice. I thought it was very well done, and it didn't follow what is typically done. It was a little different, and I appreciate that. It wasn't prototypical. It wasn't predictable. It was a little different. I absolutely love that about this song. It gave it some of its charm. The vocal work on this, I love the blend. That's 70% clean vocal, 30% grit and growl vocal. The grit and growl vocal was done very nicely, okay? I'm not complaining about the grit and growl vocal at all. I think it was well done. I think it was very tastefully done. I think technically it was done appropriately, so you know the vocals wouldn't hurt her voice. I think the grit and growl vocal was put in strategically in places where it would be the most effective, and they left the rest of the song open for the clean melodic singing. I love that. I absolutely love the blend, the ratio. If it had been the other way around, if it had been 70% grit and growl and 30% melodic singing, clean vocal, I still think I would have liked the song, but not as much as I like it here. And the reason I'm saying that is because the clean vocals really had a chance to shine. The melodic singing really had a good amount, optimal amount of time to show off their ability to sing clean, sing in key, sing with harmonies. I think they did a fine job with that, and a great call on the ratio usage. Now, there was that breakdown section, wasn't there? It wasn't just all halftime. They took the tempo and they sped it up just ever so slightly. It wasn't a lot. It was only like maybe, I think it was about 12 to 16 beats per measure, or 12 to 16 beats per minute increase in speed, but they switched from the halftime feel to a straight time feel to make it even more impactful. Despite the fact that the difference was only like, seriously, it was like that much faster. It's like that much faster, really, as far as tempo goes. But because they switched to a straight time feel, it made it feel and seem bigger than it actually was, which made it more effective. That was nice. And they only did it for a little while. I think they did it for maybe 16 measures before they went back. Now, I know people are going to be all up on me right now going, well, other bands have done that in the past, and you've criticized them, you know, for when they did it for too short of amount of time. You're absolutely right, for too short of amount of a time, when they did it for like 4 measures. You know, come on, how are you going to get into any kind of a new feel and a new groove with just 4 measures? They gave us like 16 measures, plenty of time. I had plenty of time to get into that new groove. Find that new feel, find that new groove, and go, okay, there it is. Sit back in the pocket and groove with it and enjoy it for a good amount of time before we switched back again. Number one, I'm glad they switched back. Okay, I'm thrilled they switched back so they could finish where they started. But they gave it more than enough time to find the groove, establish the groove, and enjoy the groove before they switched gears and went back. I am not upset about that whatsoever. I think they did a very nice job, a great job of measuring out how much time they needed to still give them enough time to end the song strongly with the groove and tempo that they had originally. Remember, this song is only, what, 3 minutes and 20 seconds? Or, no, 3:19 I think it was, or was it 3:16? Was it 3:16 or 3:19? It was less than 3 minutes and 20 seconds, okay? They only have a certain amount of time to try and fit all this awesomeness in there. So they can't, it's not like they can take, half the song and do that breakdown section, because that's going to take away from the beginning and end. That breakdown section has got to be somewhat short, but they did it long enough to make it effective, and I think that was really nice. Now overall, I think they showed some great discipline. I thought they showed some great flavor, some great taste, some great chordal progressions. I mean, there was just some really great things happening in this song. Great vocal ratio. So this is how I'm coming up with the 8.4. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.4, which is a great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope that was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.